Hi, Dr. Ruby Payne. What do you do when you have a difficult principal? You're a beginning teacher, they're not supportive, or they're preoccupied, or they have other issues they have to deal with. How are you going to function in a classroom when you don't have administrative support? Well, in the book, I list, before you quit teaching, some questions and some things you want to know about your principal before you start. Remember, in an interview, you are interviewing them as much as they are interviewing you. And what you want to figure out is if this is a place I want to work. So part of the issue is you're looking at what kinds of support when it's not the level of support you want. What are you going to do about it? Well, the first thing I recommend you do is find an expert teacher in the building and talk to them about how they deal with the issues. Okay. Number two, you want to build your own support system. That might involve a counselor. That might involve another expert teacher. Number three, get parents on your side. One of the things I recommend is that you do with some other teacher home visits, and you go visit the students where they live and you meet the parents that way. I also recommend to you make a video of yourself that you make available on MP3 files, or you can press it to DVD and they take it home with them. But hi, my name is, this is my classroom, this is what we're going to do this year, this is what we're going to study. I'm so delighted to have your child. If you have a problem, please text me at this number. In other words, you're building a relationship before there's a problem. Okay? Those things will help you deal with a difficult principal. In addition, one of the things is it helps tremendously if you ask clarifying questions of your principal. Please help me understand. In what ways might this happen? How might you support me in this? Part of success in any profession is managing the people above you. When I was a principal, every summer I would go to my superintendent and I would say, here's 5 things I'd like to do in my building. I said, but I know every one of these 5 things will end up being a discussion at the school board level. And you have 18 principals. You cannot take the heat for 18 principals on 5 issues apiece. So would you look at this list for me and tell me which ones can I work on next year that you feel you can support me with at the board table? And usually he would pick out 1 or 2 that he would support me at the board table with. And those are the ones I'd work on that year. So one of the things I want to recommend to you is if you do have a difficult principal, sit down with them before the year starts and say, I would like to work these things out with you before school starts. And I said to my teachers when I was a principal, if you have a student that you know is going to be a frequent flyer to come see me, I need to know that you tried 3 things in the classroom before you sent them to me. I said, but then if you just need them out of the room for a while because they're creating difficulties, just put that on a note to me or give me a code signal so I know. But the bottom line is I want to support you, but let's have a discussion ahead of time about how this is going to happen. And you can find a way, not always, but sometimes, to work with a difficult principal.